A Vigo County park will be the site of a trail expansion. It's happening after the Vigo County Commissioner signed off on a letter of support for the park to send in a grant application. Lily Pesavento has been following this story. She joins me right now. Lily, what park is trying to expand? I have a guess.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, the Griffin Bike Park is going to be applying for this grant to expand their trail system 11 more miles. So I think you were on the right trail.
Yeah, I think so.
The Shepherds of Griffin Bike Park are applying for a Next Level Indiana grant, which would allow them to have $500,000 for expansion and improvements, making this one of the biggest grant applications in Vigo County Parks history. Griffin Bike Park is taking the state and nation by storm. The park has even had some international attention.
Sometimes the community doesn't really know as much about it as people in New Zealand, who we just had visitors out last week, or Texas, or California, or New York, or New Hampshire.
Now, the park is working to expand their trail system 11 more miles, as well as add restroom facilities. 4 of those 11 miles will be dedicated to beginner trails.
The other 6 or 7 miles will be intermediate level trails and a couple of expert trails. So we're really rounding out the full vision of the initial park design that was formulated back in 2014.
The total cost of the project is $700,000, most of which will have to come from a Next Level Indiana grant. The park will have to come up with $140,000 via sponsors and community outreach hours before they can be given $560,000 in grant funding.
If we have 100 hours donated by an organization, that'll be $10 an hour, which is $1,000, and then they'll contribute 4 times that amount. So it'll be a $5,000 contribution.
This is the biggest grant application the Vigo County Parks Department has ever seen.
So it's not an opportunity that comes along every day, so it's never any guarantee for a grant this size, but to have that opportunity is always exciting.
The Parks Department has written a letter of support for the project and will have a say on some of the improvements.
We'll still be involved in the design, and it'll still be within the conceptual plan of the park.
Griffin Bike Park is determined to hold their own as a nationally recognized park, but they want the public to know they aren't just a tourist destination.
What warms my heart every time I go out there is seeing a young man, a boy, a child with their parents out riding together, whole families out together.
Griffin Bike Park has about 6 weeks to contact their sponsors to raise $140,000 in funds.
I enjoy the park. It's fantastic.
It
and
is.
Here this is just, it's just icing on the cake. When can we see construction out there?
Well, we might start seeing it in January if they are awarded this grant. But even if they don't get the grant, they will still be raising funds to help expand the park.
All right. Thank you very much. You need to get out there, too.
I do. I think I'd fall on some of the ramps.
Okay. Pump up those flat tires you were telling me about.